Hi everyone, I hope you're good today. We are starting off on our mats doing some press work. I know it's not everybody's favourite, and as you can see, I've got humongous Arnie arms. Actually, in a previous life, I used to do martial arts. I did martial arts for about 10, 11 years, and I never felt like it gave me the upper body strength, whereas yoga, on the other hand, which I didn't expect at all, definitely has. And I can't believe how much strength, not that I'm super strong or anything, but how much strength I've gained over the years through yoga. And it's mainly through the press work, I have to say. So everything that I've learned from gaining strength or stronger arms, I'm gonna give to you. Oh. Yeah, let's get started. It's getting weird. So you can start off in a seated position or a kneeling position like I am, but to just allow the shoulders to warm up a little bit, just take some nice rotations there. So rolling the shoulders towards the back. Nice deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Reach the hands up towards the sky. And see if we can just lift the heart up and bring the arms back slightly, navel to spine. So it's just a little bit of a play on a back bend as well, not too much, just getting into first gear and then slowly bring the arms down. Now we're going to wind the arms round, back straight here. Again, nice deep breaths. Good. Loosey goosey, loosey goosey, loosey goosey. Okay, we'll start off where we're on all fours and we've got shoulders above wrists and hips stacked above knees. Okay, so spread the hands out super duper wide and we're just going to start rocking backwards and forwards here on our mat. So I keep the arms straight, and what I'm looking to do is get the shoulders just ahead of the wrists, so that way I can warm them up, because I definitely don't want to ruin my wrists by doing this type of work. After you've done that, now you can carry on. Let's break this down. We're coming up onto all fours, forwards just a little bit more. Then as I bend the elbows, I want to bend them in alignment there with the shoulders. I'm only lowering down about halfway. I'm going to push back up again and ease off like I'm doing child's pose. All right, so all fours, forwards a bit more, press down, bend the elbows in alignment there with the shoulders, push back up again, and then ease off. And that's simple as that. So when it's one continuous movement, it will look something like this. Okay, so whenever you're ready, if you haven't done already, let's join in. And you want to breathe all the way through. So you can go lower down if you want to now. But remember, you're not coming into a press up, so we want to make sure the elbows don't wing out to the sides, that they bend in alignment with the shoulders, and that the bum is still lifted. Okay? How are you feeling? I'm feeling it already. Okay. Let's conserve some energy. Let's come back. And again, roll around the shoulders. So that's so important. You know, if you've got any other ideas of releasing the arms, then go for it like I am now, or something a little bit different. It's so important you take care of the shoulders, even the neck. That's a really bad area for me, where I can just that area can really tighten up or freeze really easily. Okay, so this time with your press, you're going to be going taking it up just a little bit to a notch. So we go from all fours, but now we walk the feet on the knees back. Okay, so now we're in that mermaid plank position. So I've still got the hands shoulder width apart. You can see from shoulder to hip to knees in one long line. I'm going to go down and I'm going to push back up again. You can go down 50% of the way, that's absolutely fine, or a little mini bend, still really good for us. Things that can go wrong is if the hands are too far in front, you'll go down and it just feels awful. So you want to make sure that the hands are either underneath the shoulders, or walk the hands back just another sort of half an inch more. And then that way when you come down, it'll feel right. Okay? And then you want to push back. So this push back part, I didn't think I mentioned it before, is your recovery time, believe it or not. So it just helps you with a little bit of recovery. So whenever you're ready, we'll push back, forwards into mermaid plank, drop down, push back up again, and ease up. So let's keep going. Remember to lower down as far as feels good. Get your core involved as well. I know you're thinking about your arms, but you must think about your core. And can you see I'm leaving the tops of the feet pressing into the floor the whole time. Nice deep breaths the whole time. And make sure I'm not actually letting my body touch the floor actually. Okay. Make sure you breathe all the way through. Okay, and last one. Really press down through the juicy parts of the thumbs and then ease off back. So I don't know about you, but I can really feel it like in the arms and in the shoulders, really feeling like they're yeah, the blood is definitely flowing in those areas. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is do a reverse press. So it involves us laying all the way down onto our tummies, and we're going to push away from the floor. We'll take it into mermaid plank first, and then a full press or reverse press. Okay, so we're down onto our tummies. Okay, remember when we push back up again, we should be in a mermaid plank position. All right, so we're going to take the hands by the sides of the chest, roll the shoulders back, elbows in alignment with the shoulders. Now start off quite low with the chin towards the floor, and I just want you to feel as if someone's picking up your hips away from the floor by an inch or so. Okay, so that's the first maneuver. Up with the hips, and on your exhale, push away from the floor so you're in a mermaid plank. All right, so come down, set up the arms. Okay, shoulders move away from ears, elbows in line with shoulders. Pick up the hips, core nice and strong, and on your next exhale, push away from the floor. So even though it shouldn't be sort of too obvious, there's those two actions there of the tummy leaving the floor first and then the body as well. Do two more. And relax. So if you want to, you can be in child's pose, or you can be like me, rubbing your arms in sympathy. Right, so now we're going to go in for a full press. Now by this point your arms are pretty baked, and I get it, so we're really scraping the barrel here when it comes around to this type of work. But to get into that full press, if you find that you only hover off the floor like by a couple of inches, that's absolutely fine. That's how I started. Don't expect to go the whole hog like straight away if it's your first one and you're like me and upper body strength isn't your forte. Okay, so whenever you're ready, come down. All right, hands by the sides of your chest, near towards the ribs. I've tucked the toes underneath, so I'm on the balls of the feet. I start quite low. All right, and the trick is to again get the hips and tummy off the floor, navel to spine. So one, and then on your exhale, push away from the floor. Okay, so let's go in for it. So whenever you're ready, lift the hips up. Big exhale, push away the floor. Lift the hips up. Big exhale, push away the floor. One more, doing good. Lift the hips up. Big exhale. Push away the floor. And lift up into downward facing dog. So hard, I can't breathe with you guys, because when I breathe, I feel like the mic really picks it up and it's just so off-putting. It sounds really creepy. So once you're on all fours, take a nice walk on the spot and alternate between bending and straightening out the legs. And that should feel really nice. Okay, come back down onto all fours. We're just going to wind around the shoulders again. And if you need to, roll around the wrists, definitely. Okay, so once you are on all fours, we're going to be taking the right foot towards the back. Okay, and just make sure the foot's no higher than the hips and the left hand is forwards. Now to open up, we're going to bring heel towards backside and take the left hand to grab onto the right foot or the ankle and bind, and then reach the toes a little bit higher up towards the sky. Push away the floor. Good. We're going to change sides. Take that left leg towards the back. Right hand is forwards. Hug the ribs in, navel to spine. So that's a sunbird. Bring the heel towards backside and take your bind. Heel away from backside toes, lifting high. Let that back leg just really stretch out that right arm. And then from here, release. Hands either side. Hands shoulder width apart, tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Come up really high up onto the balls of the feet and set the heels down. We're going to be taking the right foot over the left, and the feet should be about hip to shoulder width apart. And you're going to turn your toes towards your right. Press both feet deep into the mat. Your toes will turn and face like the back of the room or the back of your mat. Lift your hips up and left arm comes up and overhead. Good, so you should be in a back bend already. And then slowly come down. We're going to change sides, so back into downward facing dog. And we've got left foot going over the right. Start pivoting and turning those toes towards the back end of your yoga mat. Press both feet into the floor, then lift your hips up and reach your right arm up and overhead. Keep lifting your hips and firm the legs and the buttocks in order to help lift you up towards the sky. And then slowly come down into downward facing dog.